the same principle applies to Israel. Because if you can ask the question of, well, what is Israel doing, and you can ask this in a way that is not anti-Semitic. And I think the same principle can apply here. There are God-fearing Islamic people throughout the world who don't mean trouble. And then there's Iran. And I think that there is a huge difference between the two. And this is something that the Pope probably should point out.
I don't think that's the Pope's job. Pope's in charge of all countries that have Catholics, not just America. I also don't think we should look at the Pope as too liberal or too, on the other side. The Pope is the Pope. So we're obviously not going to agree on this. I think he has no role to play in this except for one of a spiritual leader for a billion people. That's a great job. So he should do that, which he's doing. And if someone asks him a political question and he answers it in a, let's be honest, less than who gives a shit way, asking for peace, turn the other cheek, all those things from Scripture, we're going to lambaste him for how he acts around mosques and the fact that, maybe deep secretly he's an Islamophobe and only if he could say he is. This is a stretch, like we're talking about, Pizzagate, right? This is a bridge too far. It could be just a guy who's from Chicago, who invited another guy from Chicago to see his brand new house sitting in the middle of Rome, and they talked about stuff from politics to the Bears moving to Indiana to the latest hopeful Smashing Pumpkins album. Who the heck knows, right? It's one of those things. Now, the problem with the Iran war is that as a Canadian, and once again, as a Canadian who doesn't watch news, I don't watch news, I read some news. For me, it wasn't a just attack. The more I read about it, the more I think, and once again, I have lots of Jewish friends. I don't think I'm an anti-Semite. It's hard not to put this at the toes of Israel. Israel has been responsible for more deaths over the last 3 or 4 years than Iran. And I find that shocking that we're not looking at an actual regime change in Israel.
But now is when I have to play the Marco Rubio meme. Where
go ahead.
When he was still a senator, and he was asked, do you feel bad about the deaths of innocent people in Gaza? And he said, yes, of course I feel bad about them. And 100% of those deaths are at the feet of Hamas.
I disagree. 100% those deaths are at the feet of Bibi and the Israelis. 100%.
Why was Hamas building tunnels so that their leadership could get in and around, but then putting...
Yeah. There's better ways to do it than to dishouse 2 million people and kill 50, 60, 70,000 people. There's better ways to do it. And once again, I find it, what they're doing in Lebanon is atrocious. Is atrocious and criminal. And there's a reason that every single European country has more or less cut ties with Israel. It's because what's going on there isn't right. And it's your typical thing. People like, don't you believe Israel exists? I'm like, what does exist mean, right? Like Uruguay exists? Like Poland exists? Like a country is a country. Everyone in Israel should be safe. 100% agree. They make the best oranges in the world. The Ori orange is the best orange in the world, and we have the Israelis to thank for that. But what they're doing in Lebanon right now is at best questionable, and at worst, war crimes. And I find it shocking that they continue to do it and kill hundreds of people every day in Beirut.